Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm talking to you about lying. To lie or not to lie? That's a very important question, isn't it? Once I needed some documents, and for that matter, I'd have to lie about my address. And then the psychologist said to me, "Why don't you lie?" And I said, "It is difficult for me." So she could not understand why couldn't I just lie, a somewhat inconsequential lie that very likely nobody would ever catch me lying, and for that matter, I would have the documents I needed. She could not understand that for me it was a question, even then, to consider lying or not to lie. Right? So for this person, the only problem in the world is when people are not allowed to practice the sexual fantasies they have. Lying for her is no problem at all. But for me it is. I think to follow the path of righteousness, to feel like being honest all the time, is fundamental. Are we allowed to lie in any circumstances? Well, there might be a circumstance when you are allowed to lie. For example, suppose your brother or a close friend of yours is in some legal trouble, and to save him from being jailed, you tell some lies. In these conditions, in these extreme conditions, yes, we are allowed to lie, but to have a guideline in life that we are allowed not to be truthful is a bad guideline. In my opinion, we should have a guideline of being truthful all the time. We should try to be righteous all the time. I think this is very important. And this is a point where I highly disagree with some psychologists for whom lying is not an important thing at all, that it is inconsequential, it is natural, it is a life. The reasoning they make is that the most tyrannical you are to yourself, the most tyrannical you'll be to others, right? So this is a flawed reasoning, in my opinion. It has nothing to do with reality. Because, in my opinion, the more righteous I am, the better friend I am. And that's the goal of life, to be a good friend. You could see the goal of life as being a good friend. And for that matter, it is paramount to be honest all the time. You cannot lie to your friend. You have to be honest all the time. And if you are used to lie, chances are you're going to lie to your friend also. So you should practice truthfulness all the time for the sake of having good friends also. Because a friend demands us our total honesty. So the reasoning that, you're being tyrannical to yourself, you should allow yourself to lie. Because this tyranny that you have to yourself will eventually become a tyranny against your close ones also, right? This reasoning for me is BS. BS, because what I think is the opposite. As I said, the more truthful I am, the better I am to my friends. So these are the reasons for today. I hope you enjoy. I hope you continue following me in my channel. Bye bye for now.